MVP Landscaping is a professional landscaping and lawn care company servicing the Fort Wayne area. They aim to employ youth and young adults to train them up with landscaping and lawn care skills. And joining me today is Gentel, their general manager, and Patrick, their landscape manager. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so let's just kick it off by, in your own words, kind of describing MVP Landscaping.
So MVP Landscaping is a social entity, which means we do things to service our community. We have a sister company, Bridget Grace is the umbrella we're under, which is a nonprofit ran by Javier Mondragon. And basically, we're trying to bridge the gap to resources, to opportunities, and basically breaking the cycle of poverty in our southeast side of Fort Wayne.
Yes, and through your process of doing that, how would you say this landscaping company really differentiates from others that are out there?
Well, we focus on mentoring and mentorship. We really want to help the guys around us. You know, you come to work, it's not just a landscaping company, it's more than a landscaping company. We look out for our guys, we guide them through life, and by doing that, you know, you give yourself purpose. You know, it's more than just a job.
Yeah, I love that. And so the youth and the young adults that you work with, where do they come from? How do you find them or recruit them into your program?
So yearly we have students come in who we started hiring at 16. So they're students from the neighborhood. They're students in pressure situations, grade slipping. They come from unconventional households. So they're like rough around the edges, kind of like we were when we coming up. And they lack those resources, that guidance. They lack those opportunities that we lacked. So try to bridge them to those resources.
That's so great. You know, recently I saw this video on social media that was a gentleman who was changing a tire, and he had a group of young boys around him, and he's like, okay, this is what you want to look for. This is how you do that. And so many of the comments were like, this is the content we want to see. We want to see young men being trained and learning conventional skills that's so important. So that's great that, you know, lawn care, landscaping, that's something that every household needs, and that's something that can make quite a great career.
For sure.
And so what is the program like? Like, tell me a little bit about the process from recruitment. How long are they in it? Does it become a job eventually?
Yeah, so they come in. A lot of our guys don't have any experience. We come in and, you know, we train the guys, you know. So it's usually a 30 to 60 day period. They're in, you know, just a regular role. And if they decide they want to stay with us, then they can become a foreman or, you know, a foreman in training. So we kind of move from there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then, so let's talk about the actual lawn care services that you offer through your company. So can you give me a rundown of what people can expect?
So we're still a quality company. We don't want to make it seem like our youth come with zero experience and that they don't provide quality. We still have premium quality. We offer premium services. We're 3B certified, so we do fertilizing, we do pesticides, herbicides, and then we do the full scale landscaping, mowing, fertilizer, mulching.
Yeah, and all of the above. And so what is the busiest time? I'm sure because spring is coming up, people are preparing now for their lawns. And so can you tell me, Patrick, being the landscaping manager, how can people start to manage their landscaping now? What's the process and steps they should start putting into place?
Well, if you're going to do it yourself, you would want to start getting some weeds sprayed down, kind of get ahead of everything, some pre-emergent also for those weeds. Or if you just want to call us, that would be awesome. We would love, you know, to service anybody who calls us. And we like taking that burden off of people's shoulders, and we like to be able to help them out any way we can. So.
Yeah. And then lastly, what is the biggest takeaway you would like for someone to have, either from experiencing your services, interacting with your team and crew, and then for you, the youth? What do you want the youth to take away? So I'm gonna start with you, Patrick. What do you want the customers to take away from their experience with you?
Well, we want them to be 100% satisfied, one. Two, we want them to know that we're qualified. You know, just because we have youth working for us doesn't mean that we're not qualified. You know, me and Gentel watch over the guys, and, you know, we're there to help them out, and every day is a learning experience. So we want customers to know we're just like any other landscaping company, but we do everything with a purpose. So.
Yeah, that's great. And then for the youth, what do you want the youth to take away from your program?
Mentoring is by far my favorite part of this whole ordeal. I love the landscape, I love the business aspect, but mentoring is probably my number one by far. So let them know that we're a family. Like, you got somebody to talk to, you got somebody to run to, anything you need, you have somebody. Just to let them know that they have somebody.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they just need a guide, someone to guide them, someone to believe in them. So we can be that somebody.
Yeah, that's great. Well, keep doing your thing.
Thank
It's so
you.
wonderful. And thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
having
Yes.
us. Thank you.
And if you would like more information about MVP Landscaping, we'll have their website listed below, and we'll be right back.